This is my last sewing commitment, and I'm retiring starting this week, so this is my last day. Then I will have to catch up with sewing my own outfits, and then I will concentrate on my artwork. I can't wait for that one. I love this dress. You know, it's very, very fiddly to work on this material, but I enjoyed it. Though I must admit I dragged myself into it for, actually I started working on it on the second week of January, I think it was. And I took my time because I didn't want to work on it when I'm not in the mood. And plus I also had to finish 2 other outfits for the wedding, which I also enjoyed making. And these ladies are really nice, so that helps. They inspired me. Well, especially this lady here, that Michelle. She really brought out the best in me, because she buys all these beautiful materials that are, although very challenging and fiddly, it really got me thinking. You know, we have to use we always have to use our creative juices. When she showed me this material, just sent me the photo of it and the other material, and I told her, I like this one. But you know, when I saw it, I just loved it, but I wasn't really sure what design we're gonna come up with, because I knew that there will be a lot of hand sewing, but I also challenge myself, because I think when I'm no longer challenged, that's when I get really it's like what I'm doing is no longer worth it. And that's why I stopped for a while now. I stopped accepting ordinary outfits. I just want to work on formal outfits and weddings. But weddings, no, I have turned down a couple of weddings last year, because I don't want to do any more wedding dresses. Maybe if I will do it, probably, you know, just for family, friends, you know. And also depends on my time, because I'm going to be busy with my artwork. I've enrolled in visual art certificate for, so I look forward to it. See, sometimes when when you are doing this kind of job, what I do, because it catches, so you need to make sure that you don't pull the lace. When Michelle was doing, when we're doing her last fitting, or the second last fitting, I was actually very emotional because a part of me, I know, is going to miss it, this work, because I've been doing this now for really since I was in my early 20s. I did my dressmaking and designing courses back when I was like 18 years old. And I started working with, at first, I worked in ready-to-wear in a factory just to get some experience. But I knew then that I will not be working in ready-to-wears because to me it's just so boring. So when I arrived here in Australia, I stopped doing any sewing for 10 years, nearly 10 years. Just concentrated on looking after the kids. I wanna add some here. So you have to I'm thinking, I don't think young people these days really will not be bothered learning these skills because it's gonna be too boring for them. And just the thing, see, I don't want it to look just like that bear there. So what I'm going to do is add one here, made it look a lot prettier. See? It's really very important to me that they feel pretty or they feel beautiful when they wear the dresses I make, because that's the aim for, that's the purpose for having something made especially just for you, that you make, you feel special, you feel beautiful wearing it, especially for special occasions like weddings. You know, I reckon that mothers of the brides and the groom should look very special on that day too. But when you're doing something like this, you just have to really be sure. Say that looks good. I like that. See how fiddly it is? And that's why I don't think any young people these days would be bothered doing this kind of job to earn a living. But anyway, there's not many people these days now will also be bothered with having something made, because there's a lot of them available outfits online, although you really cannot be sure if when they arrive to you or when they get delivered to you, that you actually will get the same outfit that you ordered. And plus the quality of the job is very poor. I have some people that came to show me some of the outfits they ordered online, but I think I only accepted 3 wedding dresses that I altered for them. Not because I wanted to do them really, but because I just wanted to help the brides, because it's a very stressful time, you know. Weddings are very emotional times. And I remember this bride really, one of them came to show me the wedding dress she ordered online. And well, I was very honest with her that she will be paying more for me to fix it for her, because when you fix something, you know, I will be taking responsibility of touching something that I did not work on, you know. It's not my job, and the quality of it, you know, it's very hard to make it to satisfy the brides, because especially if you have to add some and or reduce the size of it, it's not an easy job, and it's not something that, you know. But I suppose you also have to have the experience. Okay, so this one here, I don't like it, so I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna cut it here. Let's see. But yeah, it's very stressful weddings. So in a way, I'm really glad that I'm not going to do it anymore. Actually, sometimes I look back and think to myself, my God, how did I manage to keep myself together after all those pressures that I went through, concentrating on making bridals, because, you know, this is really a very emotional job. Especially I'm really very emotionally attached to all these dresses that I make. And see, I have to do it. I have to make it, to add another one here, because I'm not very happy with just that. I just want one. But anyway, yeah, sometimes I wonder how I managed to do this job for so long. But really, it took its toll on me, all the pressure that I went through, because I had I didn't even know about anything about anxiety when I had that massive anxiety attack in 2014. that I thought I was having a heart attack, but when I called the ambulance or the paramedics when they came, they asked me what my job was, what I do, and I explained to them what I do, and then so they said that obviously the pressure um, that I experienced through the years um, have led me to have this attack, anxiety attack. I didn't know that it was an anxiety attack. I thought it was a heart attack. And one thing they told me that I will never forget is they said that I have to be very, very careful because it can lead to a more serious health issues, and especially if I can, I should avoid taking medication. So they told me how to manage it, So when I was, I didn't realize that I was already experiencing anxiety attack even years before that, because sometimes I just have a meltdown, really feeling really, really exhausted physically and mentally. But they said that I should be very, very careful because a lot of people who ended up on medication because of anxiety, they are hooked to it for life. And so with that information, I really tried very, very hard to manage it on my own, and I make sure that Greg knows what triggers my anxiety attack. It doesn't have to be, sometimes, even sometimes what triggered me, which is really, when you think about it now, is really the anxiety is not only because of personal issues, but also with the work, because that's nice. I'm gonna put that there. Especially, I think I wanted so much to be organized. I'm very in my younger years, I had this issue with organizing myself. I'm into recording time. I record everything, how long it takes me to cook, how long it takes me to finish a pair of pants. I write it all down to the minutes. It's almost like if I don't write them down, the time, it's like there's something missing. So yeah, just the way it is. I manage my anxiety. Actually, I'm very happy the way I manage my anxiety. I didn't take any medication. I can actually feel it when it's coming, and then I can kind of talk myself into calming down. I just, when that time comes, I just wanted to be alone and not talk to anyone. And then, sometimes it takes a couple of hours, but I ended up okay. Anyway, this is like at the moment doing this job now, the finishing touches. There's more sewing, hand sewing to be done. I will probably end up another 3 hours. I spent 2 hours yesterday already, last night, and that's all right. It's Sunday, and this will be my last day. This will be my last day of work. Now, where is the needle? So yeah, this is it. Jeez, I'm jumping from one topic to the other. That's me talking to myself.